What's up, everybody, and welcome to SLC Puck.
Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Did you see Lawson Crouse's sister announce the starting lineup the other day?
I did see that.
Yeah, I'm throwing you the first pitch, setting you up.
All right, very
Okay,
funny.
everybody.
Get out.
The real host of SLC Puck, Austin Facer.
Yes, hi. Hi, thank you, Sammy. Hi, everybody. That was my executive producer / assistant, Sammy Facer, everybody. Thinking she could do it. She saw Kayla Crouse do it for the boys against the San Jose Sharks, Colorado Avalanche. Maybe sisters are good luck charms after all. So thank you, Sammy. Appreciate you for helping me out here, getting the show started. Episode 66 of SLC Puck. We're riding high. Woo! The Utah Hockey Club is doing something really special. And the expression home away from home, I think they're making the road kind of like their territory. They're road warriors right now, and I love seeing it. But hey, again, big thanks to Sammy for getting me started. Welcome to SLC Puck, everybody. I'm Austin Facer, your host, hockey expert, nerd, goofball guy. I'm also the purveyor of a great shop where you can get some holiday goods right before Christmas. Nothing's on sale. Sorry, that's just not in the cards this year. But check it out. There's still a lot of good stuff. There's hoodies, t-shirts, hats here, slcpuck.shop. It's a great way to support the show. If you'd like, after you purchase your item at cost, you can make a donation to the betterment of the show. Maybe we'll get some good equipment here. I just bought this way too expensive microphone. We got to find a way to finance that, folks. So anything you can do to help out would be great. But the biggest thing you can do is like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media. And man, I'm excited to jump into today's show. Let me just start by showing you what Sammy was talking about here, okay? This is Lawson Crouse's sister getting the boys revved up to take on the San Jose Sharks in the Shark Tank last night. Shark Tank, by the way, one of our dad's favorite shows. Yeah, he loved seeing Mark Cuban and Mr. Wonderful take him to task. But anyway, back to hockey, what we're here to talk about, right? So this is Kayla Crouse here. She did the same thing for the Colorado Avalanche game previously. But again, let me just set the context here. It's kind of like a fun tradition in the locker room for someone, maybe it's the captain, maybe it's a friend of the team, maybe it could be whoever, right? To announce the starting lineup to the boys, gets everybody revved up. Woo! Like, after every name gets shouted, people get excited, right? So Kayla Crouse did this against the Avalanche, like I said, on I believe it was, what day was the Avalanche game? I believe it was Friday. Let's go with Friday. If I'm wrong, sorry guys. But here, this is Kayla Crouse right here getting the boys revved up here. This is on the Mentors trip.
Your starting lineup for the Utah Hockey Club is number 63, Chelly. Number 17, Bugie.
Yeah.
Number 67, my brother.
Yeah.
Trouser.
Yeah.
Number 98, Sergey.
Yeah.
Number 2, Oli. And in goal, we have number 70, Veggie.
Yes.
Now, don't f it up, you guys. Let's go.
Whoa, there we go. She's funny. I like that. That's good stuff. Man, this whole trip was really fun. This recent little road trip the Utah Hockey Club went on. Just a quick little roadie, but they won both games. They beat the Avalanche. They beat the San Jose Sharks. And the theme on this trip was it's mentors trip. Bring someone who is your mentor. Maybe it could be your dad. Michael Carcone brought his dad. Lawson Crouse brought his sister. I think Michael Kesselring brought like his uncle, maybe, or maybe it was. I might be getting a couple of these mixed up. But the point was, like, it was just a really fun exercise. There were so many terrific videos on social media of the man who I consider a mentor, General Manager Bill Armstrong, and Chris Armstrong, unrelated, by the way, addressing the team. And, they're obviously, like, in a ballroom at a hotel they're staying at in Denver, presumably. But they're like, hey, this is really fun. This is, hockey is such a family sport. We want to thank the family members, the people who were our mentors, and give them the opportunity to enjoy an NHL road trip to see what that's all about. And it was really fun to see that. They showed it really well in the San Jose game. That they had a luxury suite in that arena there in Silicon Valley, and the family members were all mingling with each other, celebrating when someone's brother or son scored. Dylan Gunther brought his mom, and she was pretty excited to see him score. Clayton Keller also brought his mom. I'm sure she was pretty excited to see him score. In fact, let's just look at this really cute picture here. This is I would like to think somewhere deep in my Facebook there exists a very similar picture of me and my mom walking around like this, and I wore number 9 as well. So that was really cute. And obviously Clayton Keller scored the game-winning goal against the Sharks with 43 seconds to go. So he had a great game. But man, this was just, to me, like, this is such a great example of the effort the Utah Hockey Club is doing to be a player-first organization. They know they're going to succeed in the National Hockey League if Utah becomes a place where guys want to play, where guys go, yeah, they take good care of our families. The community loves us. There's a lot of great stuff to do in the area. We can go to the mountains. We can go out to the outdoors. And Mentors Trip is one of those things. And it's just kind of fun. Obviously, hey, I'm co-host of Nashcast with Tyson Nash on SEG Media, Utah Hockey Club Plus, and we're getting ready for our next show, by the way. So that should be announced pretty soon. We've been ratcheting up for that to hit the airwaves for take 2 of Nashcast. I'm really looking forward to that. So make sure you subscribe to SEG Media to see me and Tyson, and we have a great lineup of guests coming as well. But anyway, Tyson and I were talking about Mentors Trip. And he was just telling me that it was like one of his favorite times of the year. And he loved, he would try to, mix it up. He would either take his brother or his dad or somebody. And he told me just, for his dad, the best part was seeing the treatment they got on the airplanes, and just the endless shrimp cocktail they could have. And it made me laugh because Dad here loved shrimp cocktail as well. He could put down a whole ring from Costco, like it was nothing. I don't think they're serving Costco shrimp cocktail on the chartered planes that the NHL teams are on. But I do wish that I had made the NHL so that I could have taken Dad on a Mentors trip to get him some first class shrimp cocktail. I think that would have been a lot of fun. So that was really cool to talk to Tyson and learn more about Mentors trips like that. And the Utah Hockey Club gave a lot of great behind the scenes footage. But let's just look at some more. Hey, why not, right? What are we in a rush to fill time here? There's like tons of great stuff. There's Clayton Keller and his mom. This is all great content from the Sharks win. Look at the families in the locker room here. The moms and dads are clearly just having the time of their lives. Super fun. I'm guessing that's Nick Bugstad's mom. She looks elated. I'm guessing that's Nick Schmaltz's mom as well. A lot of guys named Nick on this team, and then there's Clayton Keller's mom as well. Super fun for them. That's cool. That's cool, and I think more than anything, in addition to being a great way to show appreciation to the family. Like I said, this is like a big free agency recruiting tool. I think guys in the National Hockey League definitely take note of this and enjoy seeing this kind of stuff. By the way, this show not brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Zero sugar, but I got to get a quick swig in. It's good stuff. But maybe there's something to it. I think there's something to this road trip. I kind of think they should take all the moms on the road from now on, and the sisters too, because the Utah Hockey Club is kind of riding a hot streak right now. And if there's one thing I learned from the dad on The Hangover, it's you don't walk away when you're on a heater. And right now, the Utah Hockey Club is red hot, especially when it comes to playing on the road. They've won 6 straight road games. That's never happened before to an NHL expansion franchise. The Utah Hockey Club, first ever team playing in their first season to win 6 straight road games. They've been really, really good over the last recent stretch here. And I just want to talk just about a few games. So the 6-game road game winning streak starts with the Vegas win, which was the 6-0 smacking of the Golden Knights, followed by back-to-back wins over the Buffalo Sabres and then the Philadelphia Flyers. Take that, Gritty. Shove it up your orange butt. Then they beat the Avalanche and the Sharks. That puts us just 5. There's one before that. Sorry, guys. But yeah, the 6-game road winning streak right there. And I think it's kind of a really interesting thing to observe because the big story going into this year that we love to talk about here in Utah, because we love thinking that we give the Utah Jazz the greatest home court advantage in the history of, professional sports, which statistically isn't incorrect, but, not the case in basketball. It's also not the case for the Utah Hockey Club this year, which is really interesting. This team is a lot better on the road than they are at home. This year, so far on the road this year, they're 10-6-2 compared to a 4-5-3 record at home. And what's really interesting is to look at the special teams numbers as well, because they kind of tells a story, and I don't know what to make of it. So if you guys have any conclusions or any thoughts onto why this is the case, I would love to know. But this is really interesting to note here. And these are stats from before the San Jose game, so they haven't been updated with, where they stand quite yet. I get game notes from the Utah Hockey Club that has like interesting little stats and figures, so I haven't gotten the ones for the upcoming game, which is against Vancouver on Wednesday. But coming into this game, the Utah Hockey Club's power play was considerably better on the road as well. So at home, the Utah Hockey Club's PP unit was just 5 for 34 this year. That ranked them 24th in the NHL. On the road, they're much better. They're 11 for 45, which puts them at 10th in the NHL for road power plays. And then penalty kill as well is kind of the same story. At home, they've allowed 11 power play goals on 38 opportunities. On the road, 11 power play goals allowed as well, but on 66 opportunities. So that puts them 8th in the NHL compared to 27th when they're at home. So again, really interesting, right? Because we talk so much. We're like, these guys, they're coming from Arizona. They played in a little tin box, a little Cracker Jack kind of situation, with only 3,000 or 4,000 fans in the building at the Mullet Center. They're going to the Delta Center. Yeah, it's not an ideal hockey venue yet, but playing in front of 2 or 3 times as many people, they're going to be revved up and ready to go. And I do think that's the case. I do think you see them play with like a lot of juice, especially out of the gates, right? Early going at home. But it is interesting to note that they've been a lot better on the road. And I'm going to just make a theory here. I think the stability they have at home might be a factor into that. I think the fact that they're not dealing with the turbulence of, whatever was happening in Arizona, that was clearly very distracting for this team. I think it was like in February last year, maybe January, they went on like a tumultuous 14-game losing streak when the expansion talk really, ramped up big time. I think the fact that like their home life is really stable, like they don't have to worry about moving, to a new state anymore. I think the family situations are clearly very, very stable. The families look psyched. They love wearing that Utah Hockey Club gear, much like Sammy loves wearing her Utah Hockey Club gear. Sammy wears that jersey everywhere, I swear. Sammy's such a huge hockey fan now. It's kind of fun to watch. But, I just think, like, these guys are happy. They like being together. They know that they're coming back to a stable situation, and maybe there's something to that. I think we'll see maybe the Delta Center eventually come to fruition as that, dominating home ice advantage, that home barn that, becomes an impenetrable fortress, the dark cave where the Yeti live, or the Outlaws, call home, whatever the team name ends up being. But super, super interesting. And what's been really cool to see, again, and I'm just calling this Vegas Golden Knights win, the 6-0 win on October 10th. I'm calling that. No, I don't believe it was October 10th. It was sooner than that. Sorry, I don't know where I got that from. But the win over the Vegas Golden Knights seemed to me like that was kind of the bellwether, like a good like moment in time to mark, and we're gonna just go, refer to stats from that point on. Since that game, the Utah Hockey Club has registered points in 6 of 7 games. With a 5-1-1 record, they've outscored teams 28-14. Vemelka's been great. But since then, the scoring distribution, I think, is really interesting as well. I think you're seeing like a great mixture of like stars getting involved, the fourth liners getting into it. That's been a big storyline, is how good the fourth line has been, in particular Kevin Stenlund and Michael Carcone. So just since the Vegas Golden Knights win, this is what's been happening in scoring wise, right? scoring wise, right? Okay. Nick Schmaltz, Nicky boy, he's got big Nick energy, baby. He's got 5 goals since then. You're welcome, Nick Schmaltz. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help you get going here. Anything I can do for the boys. He's got 5 since then in the last 7. Kevin Stenlund's got 4, including a stretch of 4 straight games with a goal. He didn't score last night against the Sharks, but he also scored 4 in a goal in each of the 4 previous games. And you could kind of see him skating with a little bit of moxie against the Sharks. I think he really wanted to extend his scoring streak to 5. He was kind of getting feisty, and I really like seeing that. Keller's had 4 since the Vegas game, and including the Vegas game. Carcone's had 3. Again, he's one of those deep in the lineup guys who's been playing his jockstrap off. He's been incredible. Dylan Gunther, 3 goals, including and since the Vegas game. Juuso Valimaki with 2. Michael Kesselring's had 1. Sergachev's had 1. McBain's had 1. Vladislav Kolyachonok, how about that? He had 1. I believe he scored against the Avalanche, and that had been his first time out on the ice in quite a while. His goals to games played ratio has to be pretty good. And Alex Kerfoot as well has added goals, including and since the Vegas Golden Knights game. The 6-0 smashing. That was a lot of fun. So get excited about what's happening with the Utah Hockey Club. If you're not excited about what the Utah Hockey Club is doing right now, you're a freaking hater, and I don't want you on my channel. You're stupid. You're wrong. That what's happening to the Utah Hockey Club is exciting. And here is something that I think might blow your mind, right? So we talked earlier around American Thanksgiving about how, if you're out of the playoff picture at that point, it's a bit on the unlikely side that you can make the playoffs. That's just what the statistics are. Again, my good friend Trent, who's on the Clean Hits podcast, articulates this much better than me. You would think I could commit the way he says it to memory. I just can't. And it's almost funnier that I can't, so I think I'm refusing to. But 75% of teams who are in the playoff picture by American Thanksgiving end up making the playoffs. I think that's actually it. I think I might have nailed it. And so at that point, the Utah Hockey Club, they were on the outside looking in. Now they're seriously in the hunt. And if you're to believe what the good folks at moneypuck.com are saying, and I talk about Money Puck all the time. It's my favorite website to have up while I'm watching games because I think that the stats there, they have expected goals. They have a heat map. They have a probability of winning. I think the best resource to watch a game with is moneypuck.com. So I'm willing to trust them quite a bit. And if you're like me, willing to trust Money Puck, you should be excited about what they're saying about Utah Hockey Club's playoff odds, right? So Washington Capitals right now, tippy top of the league. This is the top of the league right here. Guys most likely to make the playoffs here. We see the Capitals, Devils, Hurricanes, Lightning, Vegas Golden Knights, Oilers, Kings, Panthers, Wild, Stars, Avalanche, all above 86%. The next tier, where it still remains likely, the Maple Leafs, the Jets, the Boston Bruins, and they're sort of on the bubble right now. They're in a little bit of trouble. And then I'm going to scroll right here. Oh my gosh, look who's next. The Utah Hockey Club, according to moneypuck.com, has a 69.5% chance of making the playoffs at this point. I don't know what plays into this. I don't know what their mathematical formula is. I'm assuming they're calculating strength of schedule the rest of the way. And there are some great opportunities to continue advancing up the ladder here in the NHL standings. So let's just go back to the standings really quick. Let me pull this up here. All right, so here we go. Let me just switch the screen again. Hi. So we can see here, let's go to the playoff picture here. So again, the way the playoffs work in the NHL, there's 2 conferences, 2 divisions in each conference. The top 3 teams in each division make the playoffs, and then the wild card, the teams with the 2 best records after that. So we can see right here the Central Division, which is the division the Utah Hockey Club happens to be in. Right now, the top 3 teams are the Jets, Wild, and Stars. In the Pacific, and so if the season ended today, those would be the 3 teams in from the Central Division. Pacific Division teams that would be in are the Golden Knights, Kings, and Edmonton Oilers. The wildcard teams right now would be the Avalanche and the Canucks. And look who's not far behind right now, the Utah Hockey Club with 33 points. They're in striking distance of the Vancouver Canucks, who happen to be their next opponent on Wednesday. I would say that this is a very important game for the Utah Hockey Club on Wednesday. They'll be home. I wish it was on the road. If it was on the road, I would say, oh, the Canucks should be terrified. They should not be excited to greet the Utah Hockey Club, especially when they're on such an incredible heater. Alas, not the case, right? They'll be playing the Canucks in Delta Center. And yeah, I have resigned myself to calling it Delta Center. I've dropped the indefinite article. And Money Puck right now is also giving the Utah Hockey Club a 62.9% chance of winning this game. So holy moly, this is a big one. If the Utah Hockey Club can win this game, that kind of puts them really, really very much into the hunt. And as my good friend Eric Jensen said, and Eric Jensen was on with me after the Avalanche game, he's an awesome dude. He knows sports super, super well. He's really good at articulating his point. If you don't follow Eric, I hope you do. He was on with me again on the live stream the other night. So go ahead and check that out. We'll have more with Eric too, because I just love the guy. He's the best. Huge Avalanche fan, but he was very complimentary. Very broke down the game against the Avs very well. So check that out. But Eric made a really great point where he's like, this is where it kind of gets exciting, right? Like there's each season kind of has different segments. There's your workup period in October. Kind of gets a little more exciting in November when we get to Thanksgiving. And then Christmas is another time. After Christmas is another. You get to the trade deadline in March, and that's when it's just a mad dash to the end all the way through June in the Stanley Cup Finals. So it's a lot of fun. I am really excited about what's happening right now with the Utah Hockey Club. And again, if you're not, it's because you're stupid and you hate things, okay? You hate things that are fun. Because right now, this is a ton of fun. The rest of December is going to be a great, great period for the Utah Hockey Club. I think there's so many great opportunities for them to continue to move up the ladder. And I kind of think they can win a bunch of these games. So again, Vancouver is on Wednesday. They have a revenge game against the Wild on Friday. And that's on the road. I feel pretty good about that. Maybe the Wild will be shaking in their boots, taking on the Utah Hockey Club again, a team that, took them to overtime. That the Utah Hockey Club very easily could have beaten as well, but hey, alas, you can't live in the past, right? You can only look forward. And then after that on Sunday, they play the Anaheim Ducks in a matinee matchup. That it might be Nashcast number 2, so keep your calendars posted for that. And then also in December, they play the Dallas Stars, the Colorado Avalanche again, winnable game against the Seattle Kraken, very winnable game. And then, again, the Edmonton Oilers to finish off the month of December at Edmonton. So that, again, these are important games. They're tough. Vancouver, Minnesota, Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton. These are all teams that are in the playoffs as of today. You win a few of these games, though, things kind of get very interesting in the standings for the Utah Hockey Club. And I am very much looking forward to that. Very much hoping Lawson, Crouse's sister, continues to do the starting lineups. Just make that a theme. If it works, don't break it. You know what I mean? Is that the expression? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I think is the actual expression. It's something like that. I tongue-tie myself all the time. I say dumb stuff all the time. But I still appreciate you guys for tuning in and joining me. Big thanks to my sister, Sammy, for getting us going today on episode 66 of SLC Puck. Mario Lemieux number of episodes for SLC Puck. That's a lot of fun. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll have more post-game live streams coming at you soon. Next episode will be Wednesday probably, and then Nashcast on Sunday. So should be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll talk to you later.